Good evening, class. Brought to you by the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. And the sativa currently running through my veins. All right, we opened up. We're playing around with the AI engines again. Some Revit. Well, I'm trying to take these courses and figure out what the hell to do with all these AI tools. There's so many goddamn engines. Sometimes it can be very overwhelming. You just gotta find the one that you kind of like playing with. It's like fucking cell phone carriers. All right. When we last left off, Peter woke up in the back to tank. Let's always go through the last 2 pages from the previous class as we started the next chapter in the AracKnight Returns and our 5 chapter goal. We're now on chapter 2. We start with a small panel shot of a pair of hands working with a high-tech laser drill as he welds a piece into place. Caption across the panel reads, "Many moons ago, during the initial phase of Empire City's construction, Arians work with a high-tech laser drill as the hands weld a piece into place. During the initial phase of Empire City's construction, panning out of the close-up, we see Adrian Toombs working on a high-beam exhaust port in the undercarriage of what will one day become Empire City's engine, as the sky is below him and he is working with a magnetic gravity belt. He is wearing an early makeshift version of his harness suit, a steampunk version of what will become the Vulture. Adrian Toombs was born to fly. He mastered the ability to harness pure magnetic power and channel it into a gravity suit, locking onto magnetic poles not only to achieve flotation, but full flight. And what did he do with these gifts? He was a crop duster in the wastelands, until I brought him into the fold. I gave him purpose. I built. I designed. I financed his construction, his creation. Suddenly the exhaust port ignites, as beams shoot out everywhere in the air, even rumbles as magnetic energy disrupts reality. And in return, he donated his efforts to the construction of our empire, using the same tech in his suit to build a magnetic shell around our metropolis, lifting us off the bedrock, out of the wastelands and into the future, to be able to take a full city and hover it into the sky. I was saying, lifting us off the bedrock, out of the wastelands. They weren't in the wastelands. I don't like that line. I want to fix this. Lifting us off the bedrock. Out. Lifting us off the bedrock. Not lifting us off the bedrock. Breaking us. Breaking us free of the bedrock. Breaking us free of the bedrock and into the future. There we go. To be able to take a full city and hover it into the sky. But like any press into paradise, there would be glitches. Adrian will be immediately crushed up against the undercarriage. He begins to fumble with his belt to free himself. He is almost crucified against the exhaust port. As effects of the crucifixion and crunching. Adrian has blamed me for his demise, but he should be thanking me. I took a skeleton off a farm, wasted potential, and I turned him. And I turned him into one of us. Adrian managed to spring himself free, and it's almost looking regal as he spreads his wings and looks like he is about to escape. One only knows the effects the war had on the survivors below. I knew once Empire City rose from its rancor that there would be droves of Denzians eager to migrate, and everyone with a connection or some melodrama to exploit. Close up on his face as we see he is not going to make it, as effects of the magnets pulling him back. I knew it was of the utmost importance to keep the secrets of Empire City safe. It's not always about the money, but it can be a motivational disturbance. We see a horrific crunching and morphing as Adrian is sucked through the exhaust port by the same magnetic power he harnessed, almost looking like when Boba Fett was sucked into the Sarlacc pit in Return of the Jedi, as effects of the sucking in. It would be easy to call it paranoia. I simply made a chess move, based on what I knew the outcome would be, or could be. Following the process of Adrian being digested through the catacombs, cogs, and arteries of Empire City, almost like Mario being sucked down the drain in his video games. We see a river of glowing radioactive material also running through the catacombs, cogs, and arteries. But I realized my most painful mistake was not overestimating the survival instincts of my architects. It was not realizing that the city I created was no longer cogs and fuels, was no longer cogs and catacombs. It was no longer cogs and catacombs. It was alive. It was an entity. It would decide the fate of its creators. It is. It would defy me, like a spoiled child eager to challenge its master. Child, master, I don't know if they're like a spoiled servant. There we go. It would decide the fate of its creators. It would defy me, like a spoiled servant eager to challenge its master. Spoiled student. Not servant. Student. Yes. We see Adrian crunched, scalded, and nearly disemboweled as he is drenched in neon green radioactive fluid, being bathed and drowned very similar to the Joker in radioactive waste. Adrian screams in agony. I dreamed of a city in the clouds. I dreamed of a skyscraper in orbit. Dreams must be built by soldiers. I don't want to take credit for Adrian's baptism. He was chosen by the city. It's not that I don't want to take credit. I can't. I can't. I can't take credit for Adrian's baptism. He was chosen by the city. An exhaust port begins to open. Not an exhaust port, the exhaust port. The exhaust port begins to open. Oh, nah, it could be an. An exhaust port begins to open as Adrian is about to be dumped out into the wastelands. Many have said that Empire City was the epitome of evil, free to dance and toil while Americans took up arms and killed each other. And I say it was necessary. For the preservation of our people, the center of the coil can only stir the coals, and not lay ourselves upon the ashes, thereby erasing our species due to disagreements and hurt feelings. This country falls into two categories: the warriors and the waste. Like a water slide, Adrian is sucked into a funnel and is about to be dumped out a la Luke Skywalker in Cloud City. But instead, the suit begins to lock in and protect him, like it is his snake skin. Is that one word? I guess so. He is bonding with the steampunk vulture suit, becoming one with it very similar to Venom. In a perfect world, they would appreciate the irony of their execution. Purified by poison. Once again, just like us. I don't like just like us. Purified by poison. Like you. Like me. As the radioactive waste shoots out of the port with Adrian sucked in, we see the river of deadly waste start to blend and dissolve into the next panel, where it begins to turn blue as we blend the two shots transitioning out of the flashback and into the present. We shouldn't be wasting valuable resources destroying one another, or even worse, sabotaging this city. Those two beasts intend to sink us back to Atlantis, and I have the means to escape. But for everything you believe about me, I would never leave this place. I am the guardian at the gates. I am the guardian at the gates. At the gate. I am the guardian at the gate, and I would never allow anyone to draw their sword against my empire. Where we see Peter, still trapped and rigged up in Norman's bacta tank, healing from his attempted murder at the hands of the Sandman and the Vulture. Norman is talking to Peter, who can't answer, but looks both angry, scared, and confused. That looks both, because that's three things. Looks angry, scared, and confused as Norman preaches on. Nice effects of the bacta tank bubbling and monitors buzzing. That is why you are here, Peter. That is why you have been spared. That is why I haven't taken the advantage of harvesting every inch of your radioactive corpse. Because I need you. I need you to help me save my empire. If you truly are the hero you fantasize yourself to be, You will see fate standing in front of you. Or can I simply say, you owe me? Now, we're coming into 3 and 4 for this class today. So we either go right into, we stay right here, which is kind of stupid because what are you going to do? You're going to show him releasing Peter from the tank of Bacta. The idea is that we should open. Peter is a prisoner of Norman Osborn. We should come back to them, and Peter's out of the tank and being examined and almost outfitted by Norman. To almost to a point where they almost like bond. You know, in a different, like you could say, in a different world. In a different world, Peter, we could have worked together. Something where Peter almost hates the fact that he finds Norman interesting to learn from. This man who ordered the hit on his parents. You know, it's almost reminiscent of when like Maisie Williams, what the fuck was her name on that show? Holy crap, I'm drawing a blank now. Arya Stark was the cupbearer for Tywin Lannister. She hates him because he was partially responsible for her father's death. You know, his grandson, the king. But she admires him in a way. I would say. Stir some hay. All right, page 3. Today's class, we're doing page 3, page 4. We've got our material. We are in the spring. We're actually, no, we're still in the winter. We are still in the winter of 1975. That's right, 1975. We will have Spider-Man fighting Mysterio today. As we open things up, we will move into 2 issues of Marvel Team Up, where Gloria Grant just introduced last issue as one of Peter's neighbors. Apparently, it's going to be some shit going down here. Gloria Grant is in danger. Spidey and the Falcon must engage in mortal combat against the mysterious Midas. And because we have it coming out of here into the spring, so the plan is Amazing Spider-Man 142, Marvel Team Up 30 and 31, come back for Amazing Spider-Man 143, and close it out with Giant Size Spider-Man number 4. We're going to go here real quick because I got to get some water. Ugh. Ugh. All right, that's good H2O. All right, let's do this shit. Script. So what do we got here notes-wise? Let's go through our notes real quick. We bring New Orleans to our storyline. We'll call it Storyville. Okay, very Venice because the floating. One of the chapters was a commercial for the Spider-Mobile. We wanted to bring in the Spider-Mobile we talked about, like his Aston Martin. Catacombs of Empire City, the ruins of New York or D.C. We kind of get into that already. They need slave labor to run the city, or superpowered slaves. Once Spider-Man figures out he can't beat these villains altogether, he needs the help of Uncle Ben and perhaps Commissioner Stacy. Well, we got through that already. Turn all the villains against each other, and it's not in an instant trope scene, but a slow, calculating way that almost flips the script and makes Spider-Man the villain in order to get his villains to destroy each other. Thaxton is biochemistry and Jorgensen is hematology. Blood, the Doctor needs the 3 of them together, the best in their fields. Honor to work with you fine gentlemen. We have to get the Doctor back with his minions. So that's what our goal is. Maybe within this particular chapter, I think our goal is to get the Doctor out of Norman Osborn's office. So at some point, the Doctor has to escape. Whether using Peter, whether using the cops, something. Or Peter and Norman fight. But not immediately. Doctor's still trapped there, the Lizard's still trapped there. But maybe by the end of this particular chapter, they'll both be free. We have to get the Doctor free from Osborn, and we have the Osborn use Spider-Man to lure the Sandman and Vulture in order to actually reunite them with the Doctor in order to come to an agreement over how to use the Doctor's symposium. Colonel Jameson could be bringing the stones back from his trip on the moon. Needs a body yours, leave Empire City, or even leave Empire City, your code. I will always retaliate. He'll turn on Spender, perhaps save him, and there's a twist away to paying back the hit on his parents. We already kind of have that, so we'll get to that later. Twisted Shit at Redemption. Fighting together as a tag team, Spider-Man and Osborn will be triumphant over Sandman and Vulture, and Osborn will turn on Spider-Man and reveal he wants them reunited with Doctor to make a deal. To use the scientists and their results for the benefit as well as the Doctor. Or he can get them together with the intention of stealing their finished products after their success. I thought about making a deal with the Doctor, but I knew he would only work at his best when he is openly and truly defiant. Therefore, we had to stage their victory. They have their Joker and Batman moment, their face-off where Norman will reveal some more secrets, or the actual truth about his parents' involvement with Hydra, or the Sinister Six. Jameson needs the scientist to help cure his son. Inclusion of the Moon Gem, Slave Crystals, Slave Leia Decina. All right, so we're not using any of these notes immediately. These are all stuff for possibly later on, or we might get into it now. We shall see. So, let us move these notes. Wherever the fuck they are, they're right here. Let us move these notes to page 4. And as always, we move to the bottom of the next page. We see what we use, or we add to them before we go to the next page. So again, we have just had Norman talking to Spider-Man. We've established the Vulture's origin. He's working on the fucking outside shell, the magnetic shell of Empire City. Obviously, Norman alludes to the fact that he kind of sabotaged it and had him killed. Like he was killing all the architects, a la King Magor the Cruel and the Red Keep. So Norman tried to kill him. He got washed through all this radioactive waste while wearing his gravity suit, which turns him into the Vulture, a la the Joker kind of thing. So the suit is bonded to his body. He's literally like a living vulture. He's like, these, again, they're almost like all these Sinister Six guys are almost like they're monster, like robots, whatever the fuck, right? Dr. Octopus is a living brain. He is in this lab right now. Or can I simply say you owe me? So we'll have to come back to them. Because you can't just have the next scene where he's lifting out the tank. When we come back to Peter and Norman Osborn, Peter's got to be out of that fucking tank. Healing up. And Peter can attack him. But Norman, of course, will talk him down. So we have the back to tank, or I can simply say you owe me. That's how we ended that scene. So what is our transition here? Do we show the Sandman and the Vulture regrouping? Do we go to Commissioner Stacy and the cops? Do we go to Mayor Jameson? We have to go somewhere else for at least page 3 before we come back to Peter out of the back to tank. We brought him into the back to tank. He's out of the tank in the next scene, and we'll figure it out. So let's go do some mining. We've got 5 comic books at least to mine. If we don't get it done within these 5, we will keep going until the 2 pages, at least 12 panels of dialogue and action are done. So obviously Mysterio is doing some crazy shit to Spider-Man's mind. Mysterio, of course, is like the Mad Hatter of the Marvel Universe. Or the Scarecrow, he's the drug guy. Peter's underwater because the Spider-Mobile is trapped underwater. I really do want to get a fucking Spider-Mobile chase in here. Now, the idea is that, again, Peter is trapped in Norman Osborn's lab, along with Dr. O and the Lizard. His communications are completely gone, so Uncle Ben doesn't know where he is. So that's where we have to... That's where we have to take it now. All right. Dead Man's Bluff. It's all part of a malicious little game, a gambit we're cheerfully going to call Dead Man's Bluff. All right. So Spider-Man is pulling up his car. Spider-Mobile that got trapped underwater. The last time someone tried to convince me I was going mad, it turned out to be a plot by a guy named Mysterio. But according to Ned Leeds, Mysterio died in prison, which brings up another question. Mysterio's dead. Then who was the guy who attacked me last night? He looked like Mysterio, talked like him. So Spider-Man's all fucked up. His hands are all chopped up from punching the walls. He's going crazy. Mary Jane thinks he's crazy. Now he thinks he sees Mysterio again. So apparently Mysterio is fucking with Spider-Man. Spider-Man's trying to jump through him. He's phasing through him. He's phasing over him. A bungling child, you're a crummy imposter. He wants revenge on him. He lifts up his fucking head. Spider-Man's flipping out. He's trying to shoot webs at him, but the webs are all freaking out. He turns into webs. Now, we kind of saw all this in the Spider-Man movie where he fought Mysterio. That was some crazy CGI shit with the zombie fucking Iron Man coming out of the grave to come get him. That was some badass shit. He goes away to his new apartment in Manhattan's Chelsea district on the Lower West Side. He's got to go check in with Aunt May. His hands are all bandaged up. Aunt May's watching a little bucket TV. Mary Jane's coming over, and she decides they're going to throw Peter a party where everybody brings over a piece of old furniture. Spider-Man thinks, of course, he sees the Kingpin. He throws the fucking phone at the wall. He's going crazy. Everybody's going crazy. Heaven above Peter. Peter's going nuts. The landlord's coming in. She's going to throw him out. Glory Grant's in the fucking room, and all I'm thinking is Peter, MJ, Glory Grant, three-way because I'm a sick fuck. Barney always says when he's feeling restless, I'll let it go this time, but watch yourself, Sonny. I'm warning you. MJ, this is Glory Grant. Spiffy tag, MJ. Peter, my man, just came by to tell you about a party I'm rigging for next weekend. Why don't you show it for him? Why don't you show for it? Oh, Glory Grant is having people over. All right, Peter's gonna get some brown fucking sugar. Within an hour at the familiar newspaper building, a couple of dozen blocks uptown. All right, so J. Jonah Jameson has got a bead on fucking with Spider-Man. The man who destroyed Spider-Man. But then all of a sudden, holy shit, some shit's about to go down because we know that originally J. Jonah Jameson is the one who hired Mysterio to take out Spider-Man. I guess Betty must have talked about last night, huh? Do you remember a conversation you had and I at a Christmas party last year? Yes, Peter, she did. Mary Jane, I hope you don't mind. Oh, Mary Jane's hanging. We got Ned Leeds in the building. I think this is there. The two of them are getting married, and she wants her to be her maid of honor, right? Tiger, who's going to be a blushing bride? Ned Leeds and Betty Brant are going to get married, but unfortunately, eventually, Betty Brant will cheat on Ned Leeds and have an affair with Flash Thompson. Ned Leeds will flip the fuck out and turn into the Hobgoblin. Peter starts to flip out a little bit because he thinks he's seeing Gwen Stacy, which is kind of part of the Jackal's plan. I think this is all the Jackal's plan. He's just fucking with Peter. Professor Warren was in love with his student Gwen Stacy, so he cloned her. He hated Peter for losing her. He cloned her ass. Peter is going around the rooftops. He thinks he sees Gwen. He's got a tracking device. He's trying to find the image inducer he planted on my costume during the dock fight. It was an image inducer with showing off the Kingpin, showing off the fucking... That stupid guy in the fucking tank top from Brooklyn, really the mind worm? All these things. All the enemies. Even the Green Goblin. So now he knows that Mysterio is behind the curtain. If it isn't the Wizard of Oz himself, stay where you are, Chuckles. I want a word with you. Spider-Man! The old drug mystic trick. He tried the stupid stunt. He beats him here. He beats him there. He's got the fake head. He kicks him in the fake head and he realizes it's just some refracting webbing. He pulls off the chip. And it is... The name's Danny Burkhardt. I'm a stunt man, or I was until I got blacklisted for showing up to a couple of jobs drunk. Me and the old Mysterio used to work together. When he died, he left me some of his gizmos. I said, Mysterio actually did die? Really? I don't remember them killing Mysterio, but it's been a while since I read these issues. Kind of looks like the Doctor Doom Iron Man mask. Can we use it? And that special suit, the one you webbed up back at the dock. Dissolvable wires made it look that way. All the stuff was beautiful. Little projections to make you appear. None of it worked. None of it why. Ask the police, Hanson. Maybe because your vocabulary, maybe your breath, or maybe the clothes don't make the man. 20 odd minutes later at the offices of a certain newspaper publisher. I'll be modest when they give me my Good Citizen Award, a small speech expressing my gratitude. What? Burkhart busted. Don't give me my. So he tried to hire the stuntman to fuck with Spider Man again. I like it. I got an urgent meeting to attend to. Tell Robertson he's in charge. Says that J. Jonah Jameson once again said, we maybe go to J. Jonah Jameson. We can have a funny scene where Jameson is like almost like he's hiring like bounty hunters. You know what? Now I got an idea. Now I got an idea. Remember how we talked about all those cheesy fucking all those fucking cheesy heroes? I kind of like remember I return. Think about Empire Strikes Back, right? The most bizarre Spidey villain ever. Enough said. All right, think about this. Paris is my city, Webhead. You've come a long way only to die. I kind of like. All right, so check this out. Remember Empire Strikes Back, where Darth Vader, they're searching for Han Solo, they're searching for the Millennium Falcon. He's got all those bounty hunters there. He's got all those bounty hunters there, like in Boba Fett, of course, the Star Bounty Hunter. We could throw in a bunch of those really cheeseball fucking villains right now. I kind of like where we're going with this. All right, let's have some fun here. Let's have some fun. We cut to an outside shot of the Daily Bugle building, which, of course, resembles the Daily Planet building. Offices of Now magazine. Caption across the panel reads, meanwhile, at the headquarters, at the offices, at the office, no. Meanwhile, at the Daily Bugle building. So, JJJ. Thank you for coming, gentlemen. So we'll hear Jameson's voice coming out the window. No, we can't hear him saying it. Okay, Robertson. No. Ugh. What just happened here? There we go. Robertson. Why couldn't we do this? Why couldn't we do this in your office, sir? Why couldn't we do this in your office, sir? Cut to panel 2. Inside the Bugle building, we see Mayor J. Jonah Jameson walking with Now magazine 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 chief Robertson. and reporter Betty Brant. We see a small group. What is this? What are we doing here? Oh, shadowy figures in the background. The fucking server's too busy. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. See a small group of shadowy figures in the background while they converse. Yes. Why couldn't we do this in your office? Why couldn't we do this in your office, sir? Because I want you to have the exclusive. And I don't want anyone else to know what we're doing. Because I want you to have the exclusive. Because I still consider this my office. Because I still consider this my office. Because I want you to have the exclusive. And I don't want anyone else to know it because I don't want anyone else to know. It's a lot of just because. Because I don't want anyone else to know what we're doing. Right? Oh. And what are we doing, sir? We're neutralizing the problem. We're neutralizing the problem. I like this. I like how I'm having some fun here. We pan out, we pan around to see Jameson, Brandt, and Robertson. To see, I mean, see Mayor Jameson walk into a conference, walk into a conference room, walk into a meeting room filled with low level supervillains, with low level villains and makeshift superheroes. The scene is reminiscent, right? Reminiscent of the bounty hunter meeting gathering scene in Empire Strikes Back when Darth Vader is using hired bounty hunters to hunt down the Millennium Falcon. We see Betty runs down the list while Jameson looks on. What's the line we have, right? There'll be a substantial reward. Thank you for coming, gentlemen. And welcome to Empire City. There will be a substantial reward for whoever can take down both the Sandman and the Vulture. It's a fucking line. There'll be a substantial reward for whoever finds the Millennium Falcon, but I want them taken alive. No disintegrations. Thank you for coming, gentlemen, and welcome to Empire City. There'll be a substantial reward for whoever can take down both the Sandman and the Vulture. Gotta take down. That number is doubled, of course, for whoever can bring me Spider-Man. But I want him taken alive. No disintegrations. Thank you for coming, gentlemen, and welcome to Empire City. There will be a substantial reward for whoever can take down both the Sandman and the Vulture. That number is doubled, of course, for whoever can bring me Spider-Man. But I want him taken alive. No disintegrations. No disintegrations. I just, it's a throwback. But who would he say no disintegrations to? And who is in the room? You know how we just saw a lot of those, like, we got to see some, like, low. No, Mysterio is not there. Not Mysterio or the other Sinister Six, Electro. In the room, we see Mindworm, the Grizzly. Some other really, the fucking Cyclone. We'll throw this prick in here. The Cyclone. We need, like, at least 6. In the room, we see Mindworm, the Grizzly, the Cyclone. Oh god, who are these other villains that we beat the shit out of in these fucking issues here? All right, let's get to some fucking team up here. One second, one second. One second. We're gonna use all these shitty fucking villains here. Oh, we're gonna use all these shitty fucking villains. Let's just do a quick rip through. Oh, I like where we're going with this one. Just a fucking cavalcade of shitty fucking villains. The fucking Mindworm. Oh, fuck the fucking Mindworm in his ass. Oh, we're gonna have some fun. Can't use the werewolf because we're thinking about bringing fucking we were thinking about bringing in what's his face is the man wolf John Jameson. Oh, we're gonna just throw some fucking shitty villains in here right now. Let's just take it back. Do 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 do. Take it back. All right. What do we have here? Who they fight? Oh, fighting the Sandman. So we can't have that. Frightful Four. Paste Pot fucking Pete's got to be in here. The Cyclone. Paste Pot Pete. The Wizard. No, not the Wizard. Isn't the Trapster Paste Pot Pete, right? Paste Pot Pete's a fucking loser. He's in there. In the room, we see the Mindworm. We see the Mindworm, the Grizzly, the Mindworm, the Grizzly, the Cyclone, Paste Pot Pete. Sandman was like Sandman, Medusa, the Wizard, but the Trapster, I think Paste Pot Pete became the fucking Trapster. Morbius he's a high level guy. What we got here? This is Angel. Oh, this is the X-Men. Who they fuck this guy? this piece of shit here, Monstroid. Yes. Cyclone, Paste Pot Pete, Monstroid. What do we got here? All these two shitheads. Well, this is the Puppet Master. He's pretty good. Mighty Android. This is the Thinker, right? No, no, those two guys. Those two guys are higher up there. Who's this shithead? Krillic! Krillic. I like just bringing it. See, now we're getting used. Krillic. Right? Is that how you spell his fucking name? Oh, Krill the Cruel. Krillic the Cruel. Try Ilk. KRYLLK. Don't have to use all of them. We're just going to get them in here for now. Finally get to use all these shitty fucking team up guys. Oh my god, the man killer. Are you shitting me? Put it in here. Put her in here. Krillic the Cruel. The man killer. We don't need the cat. That don't work. The Tomorrow War. This is when they fight fucking Kang. This is the Inhumans. We got to keep the Inhumans. The Werewolf. Captain America. Oh, wait, we don't. We still need villains. Who are the villains they fight? He's attacked by Werewolf by Night. Grey Gargoyle, kind of up there. Evil plans of Tiger Shark and Dr. Dorcas. Maybe throw Grey Gargoyle in there. See, I think Grey Gargoyle was kind of fucking tough, though. He popped up in a few episodes here. Let's keep him there for now. Orb. Orb. Basilisk. Basilisk. Man Killer. Just really shitty fucking villains. Basilisk. Orb. Mole Man and his Moloids. Okay, keep going. Blast. No, I think they use him in Sturgeon. Oh, Sturgeon sucks. Sturgeon. The Dinosaur Man. Save him later. Doctor Strange. You can throw a Doctor Strange villain in here. Stunned by a spell from Xandu. I like that. Xandu. Just a fucking who's who of shitty fucking characters. The Messiah Machine, that was stupid. Equinox! Oh, wasn't this fucking a really stupid one? Equinox. We don't need them all. We'll probably eliminate some of them. Spider-Man and Brother Voodoo join forces after saving a woman from attack by agents of Moondog the Malicious. Oh, fuck yes. Moondog the Malicious. Spider-Man sees Catman with a briefcase and suspects he's up to something only for Daredevil to intervene. Oh, we gotta throw fucking Catman in here. You can have a lot of fun with this, and we finally get to use all these shitty motherfuckers. I'm gonna name it though. Spider-Man versus the Hulk with the Chameleon. Yes, we had the Chameleon. The City Stealers. It was just Infinius. Another shitty one. Catman. Infinius. Infinius, right? Infinite Us. Infinite Us. Infinitus. All right. In the room, we see the Mindworm, the Grizzly, the Cyclone, Pastepot Pete, Monstroid, Krillic the Cruel, the Man Killer, Basilisk, Orb, Xandu, Equinox, Moondog the Malicious, Catman, Infinitus. No disintegrations. I want to save the no disintegrations when he comes up on like Pastepot Pete. The scene is almost reminiscent of the bounty hunter gathering. Okay, I like this. Room we see. Betty runs down the list while Jameson looks on. So let's go here. I love making comic books. Well, here's the roll call. We have the Mindworm, the Grizzly, the Cyclone, Pastepot Pete, Monstroid, Krillic the Cruel, the Man Killer, Basilisk, Orb, Xandu, Equinox, Moondog the Malicious, Catman, Infinitus. Catman and Infinitus. Wait. Moondog the Malicious and one more. I'm sorry. Who are you? You gotta put it in there. I'm Catman. We have the Mindworm, the Grizzly, the Cyclone, Pastepot Pete, Monstroid, Krillic the Cruel, the Man Killer, Basilisk, Orb, Xandu, Equinox, Moondog the Malicious, and one more. I'm sorry, who are you? I'm Catman. Thank you for coming, gentlemen, and welcome to Empire City. There'll be a substantial reward for whoever can take down both the Sandman and the Vulture. That number is doubled, of course, for whoever can bring me Spider-Man. But I want him taken alive. Here we go. Close up on Jameson, angrily and irrationally signaling out, so singling out Pastepot Pete like he was Boba Fett holding his giant paste gun, his giant glue gun, his giant comical glue gun. Okay. No disinter, no disintegrations. So this could be a really cool splash page because you got all those heads in the room. I want a lot of fucking heads. I want a big fucking bounty hunter scene. So we can add some more dialogue here and ditch panels 5 and 6. Or maybe add one more panel. Who's right at me? Vativant. They never go away. All right. Keep those there for a second. Let's get our markers. Now let's start a new page. Even though we make it bigger once the actual file is done, it gets a little annoying sometimes when I'm trying to. Just like new page, new thingy there. I still consider this my office. I'm having fun with this. I love the idea. It's a lot of fucking. I know I'm gonna get him all these references for Emil. I just want just a room, just Empire Strikes Back, room full of shitty fucking bounty hunters. Could really just have a lot of fun with that fucking art on that page. And again, I'll get him all the references. Well, here's the roll call. We have the Mindworm, the Grizzly, Cyclone, not the Cyclone, Cyclone, Paste Pot Pete, Monstroid, Krillic the Cruel, the Man Killer, Basilisk, Orb, Zandu, Equinox, Moondog the Malicious, and one more. I'm sorry, who are you? Oh, Catman. Catman. Thank you for coming, gentlemen, and welcome to Empire City. There will be a substantial reward for whoever can take down both the Sandman and the Vulture. May I suggest teaming up and splitting the bounties? Nah, he wouldn't do that. There will be a substantial reward for whoever can take down both the Sandman and the Vulture. That number is doubled, of course, for whoever can bring me Spider-Man. But I want him taken alive. No disintegrations. So should we have Paste Pot Pete answer? As you wish. No disintegrations. Let's read a little bit before because we might want to put something else in here. There's not enough dialogue there. Although, like I said, it'll be a really cool looking shot in terms of having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 shitty villains in there. There will be and welcome to Empire City. There will be a substantial reward for whoever can take down both the Sandman and the Vulture. That number is doubled, of course, whoever can bring me Spider-Man. But I want him taken alive. But I want him taken alive. No disintegrations. That's just fun. You end the page right fucking there. Page Pot Pete. Yeah, sure. As you wish, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, sure. As you wish, Mr. Mayor. I don't know. That's not funny. You don't need that there. Just no disintegrations. That's funny. That's good right there. Get rid of panel 6 and 5. Great fucking splash shot of all the bounty hunters in there. I want fucking literally, like I said, I'm going to tell him, I'm going to send him the scene. I want Empire Strikes Back in that fucking scene. All right. Page 3 is fucking done. Let's move to page 4. No disintegration. So we know what the mayor's up to now. We now know the mayor is assembling fucking bounty hunters, a bunch of shitty ones. He is sending them off into Empire City. He needs the Vulture and the Sandman taking the fuck down. All right. We brought Nick Fury into this fucking story. We even have it to where Peter thinks he's hallucinating when he first meets Nick Fury. We're throwing all the fucking cards out here. But Nick Fury ain't in this scene. Unless we want to add more story here. Before, what are we doing, sir? We are neutralizing the problem. And Robertson can be like, what happened to S.H.I.E.L.D.? What happened to your friend? What happened to your benefactor? What happened to your benefactor? The spy. That's classified, Robbie. Classified, Robbie. And he's not answering my calls. That's classified, Robbie. And he's not answering my calls. We pan around to see Mayor Jameson walk into a meeting room, not a meeting room. Walk into the main room filled with low-level villains and makeshift superheroes. The scene is reminiscent of the bounty hunter gathering scene in Empire Strikes Back when Darth Vader is using hired bounty hunters to hunt down the Millennium Falcon. Betty runs down the list while Jameson looks on. In the room, we see the Mindworm, the Grizzly, the Cyclone, Pastepot Pete, Monstroid, Krillic the Cruel, the Man Killer, Basilisk, Orb, Xandu, Equinox, Moondog the Malicious, Catman, Infinitus. And again, we might change it. I might find some other shit he wants to throw in here. Here's the roll call. We have the Mindworm, the Grizzly, Cyclone, Pastepot Pete, Monstroid, Krillic the Cruel, the Man Killer, Basilisk, Orb, Xandu, Equinox, Moondog the Malicious, and one more. I'm sorry, who are you? I'm Catman. Thank you for coming, gentlemen, and welcome to Empire City. There will be a substantial reward for whoever can take down both the Sandman and the Vulture. As well as a permanent. Nah, I don't like permanent residence. There will be a substantial reward for whoever can take down both the Sandman and the Vulture. That number is doubled, of course, whoever can bring me Spider-Man. But I want him taken alive. No disintegrations. As you wish. All right, done. Good. Now we added those lines about S.H.I.E.L.D., so it's not just written out and written off. Let us move our notes. Let us move our notes. I like the low-level villains. I really enjoy that. That's a fun scene to put together. And again, you know how we were always reading through these team ups and we see all these shitty fucking villains they kind of throw away to get their asses kicked by the fucking main guys? Now we got a chance to bring some of them in and get their asses kicked by the fucking villains. We can literally have this comic where fucking the Vulture and the Sandman fucking tear these guys to shreds. But again, let's see what we get up to here. We read this one already. Yeah, that was last time. So now we're here. Marvel Team Up number 30. We take you back to 1975. What just happened here? Is this not available? No, yeah, there it is. Sometimes they zap out my membership for some reason. Spider-Man and the Falcon, featuring the lovely, the talented Glory Grant. And we got Midas. We might have to bring Midas in. Midas might be a better villain than Orb. We definitely want to keep it at 13. I like 13. All that glitters is not gold. So I guess Midas is what? Everything this fucking guy touches probably turns to gold. Yes. You asked for this team of friends of old Marvel, and just because we love you, you got it. All right. So Spider-Man is teaming up with the Falcon. Hey, I know that girl. It's Glory Grant, one of the tenants in my new apartment building. She's in trouble, all right. She's about to get jumped. She's looking hot. She got the soul hair. She got the fucking 1975 look, the bell bottoms, the cute boobs, the fucking earrings. Ooh, she's sexy. She's sexy. Looks like Iman. Time to break it up, fellas. Spider-Man comes in, beats up some fucking hoodlums. He's cracking skulls. I got one false charge of murder against me already. Spidey is suspected of murdering Norman Osborn, who we know is the first Green Goblin. But it's a bunch of kids. I'm getting tired of another busted knuckles. One kid pulls out a freaking gun of all things. Spider-Man's got to turn around, kick his ass to the wall. Glory Grant karate chops him in the back of the fucking head. Second floor pump. An explanation, Miss Grant. I gotta keep reminding myself Peter Parker knows Gloria, not Spider-Man. I didn't want you to turn them over to the police, hero man, for a reason. This one here, he is my cousin. And when it's family, we Grants handle things alone. Alright, so people are fucked up. He's a fucking zombie. She's fucking scared. We're gonna have to get Glory Grant on a cover at some point. Once we learn some more about Glory Grant with Ramon's eyes, he's drugged up. The boy is drugged, and hot. Oh, halting the Ramon begins to speak as he speaks. He gains power. We were going to some hot spot, a disco up near where I live. And it was me, Eddie, and Taki, two buddies of mine. We'd never been in the place before, and it looked all right. Then some goons grabbed us, dragged us into the back room, about to beat the shit out of us. Then we got this fucking weird ass looking dude. Before I knew it, I was drugged. I heard rumors about this man, this gold man. He wants to wipe out all the blacks living in Manhattan. Holy shit. Got ourselves a Klansman. Ciao. So now Gloria Grant picks up the phone. She makes a couple of phone calls to some fucking people that she used to know. Gloria Grant has lived in Harlem since she started making money in her modeling career. But she has heard about the crusading social worker, a man who's been in help to jump some people. His name is Sam Wilson, and we're about to meet Mr. Sam Wilson because we know fucking badass Sam Wilson is in fact the Falcon. So that's how it brings in. So Gloria again calls up Sam Wilson, goes to hire him. His eyes are hard too. He's got to get out of them fucking clothes and get that Falcon shit going on with some Red Wing and some Red Bird. It's time for the Falcon to fly and fuck some shit up. He's the fucking tag team partner for Mr. fucking Captain America. Peter's watching him over there at the fucking disco hotspot. He's going into the shitty hotel, but so is the Falcon, which means their fucking courses are going to run right into each other. And here is the gold man, ladies and gentlemen, the man made of gold. His name is Midas. Midas touch. One guy's gonna grab Peter Man by the legs. He's trying to run him into the wall. Spider-Man shoots up a bunch of webs. Their faces up. The Falcon and his weird ass outfit's gonna start throwing some fucking elbows and some backhands. Midas the golden man. He's got the golden camel. He's got the golden curtains. He uses the golden curtains, wraps them around these fucking guys. Next thing you know, there's a red bird running right past, and the Falcon's like, "Dude, come on, you and me team up. You can make fun of my stupid fucking outfit later." The world is full of strange people. Spider-Man, the Falcon points out, and rebuffed. Spider-Man is silent as he leads the Falcon to the Connecticut suburbs. But they gotta track down the Merrywell estate. They gotta track down these drug dealers, these gold schlaggers, these gold slingers. They get attacked. They get tied up. There's no need for you to blame each other. No other outcome was possible when you set yourself against Midas, the Golden Man. And after all, I'm a genius, you know. There you are. It's a distinction my brother should have made some time ago. Enjoy yourselves, gentlemen. Goodbye. So Spider-Man webs up the wall. The fluid is expanding in the cold, just enough for them to fucking escape. He's leaving left to dead like freezers. The fucking things freeze. The carbon dioxide's coming out of their mouth. Those fucking spider webs blow shit up. Startled guests crowding the upper floors of the mansion. Oh, that's right. They're in the Connecticut suburbs. So Spider-Man's got to fuck some shit up. Mr. Merrywell. It's amazing nobody even knows he's alive, considering how active he really is. Am I right, Midas? Oh, Midas is trying to get away. They all know who he is. They pull his fucking mask off. They think he's a philanthropist. They think he's a philosopher. They throw him in the ocean. And then he leaves. This was a stupid story. But we're going to get rid of Orb in favor of Midas. Midas. All right. Oh, yeah. She says Midas. And instead of Orb here again, we'll use Midas. Orb was weird looking with that stupid eye for his head, but maybe we'll use it. Gives a fuck. Fuck Midas, yeah. Let's go back to Orb. I liked Orb. Orb fought with Spider-Man against Ghost Rider. Well, with Ghost Rider against what the fuck remembers what I said. Orb. We get back to Orb. Midas sucked. That was like a stupid villain. That was an excuse to give fucking Falcon a rub. You know how it is. Fucking team up sucks. But we got something funny out of it. We finally got some use out of it. Now this is Spider-Man and Iron Fist. Spider skill and Kung Fu Fury together again for the first time. 1, 2, 3. All right. We got to put together page 4. Jerry Conway. Jim Mooney. I'm taking this one down because if what I thought was told was true, I won't remember any of it in the morning. And this is one adventure I want to remember no matter what. Early morning breakfast in the north of the new apartment. Peter's sitting there chilling, and all of a sudden, Iron Fist goes throwing some motherfucker right through the window. Jerk came flying across the room like a refugee from Mannix. Look out! He leaped across the room screaming like Kazar. Iron Fist, one of the worst Netflix shows ever. Pulled out a knife 6 inches long. Frankly, I would have been a little bit nervous, but the guy in green and yellow suit wasn't bothered at all. He chops him in the head, throws him against the fucking door, cracks his fucking head open. I don't believe I just saw that. The way he moved, just like Shang-Chi. It's been weeks since I really had a really hot news item for Jonah's paper. Peter's gonna bust out. See what annoys me? Spider-Man and Giants. You know what cracks me up? It was Spider-Man teaming up with Shang-Chi in that giant size, but they don't let you read it. They pulled it out of circulation, which means maybe they were mad because of the kung fu references. They felt maybe it's a Chinese stereotype. Maybe Simu Liu fucking bitched and complained because he's a fucking piece of shit actor. What about this door? Who's gonna pay for the door? The costume guy didn't answer. Somehow I didn't think he would. Iron Fist takes off. Peter starts throwing around some fucking Spider-Man time, getting some pictures of Iron Fist fucking around. What's this? Still, I should be glad they're working at all. After the beating they took pounding a brick wall, that's right, when Spider-Man went insane because his hands are all fucked up. He's gonna follow Iron Fist. Who the fuck is this guy? This will prove most interesting, I think. This guy's German. If one of these costume fighters can provide me enough energy to survive, I think what power I gained from two. Yeah. But first, I have to bring them into contact, just as I brought that first costume fool into contact with the street thief. All right, so we got ourselves a little German throwaway villain. They're gonna make these two guys fight. Iron Fist and Spider-Man get a little annoyed, and a little chop socky fucking ring a ding because they're gonna go down. We get some fighting going on. So where do we want to go next? Because we just had J. Jonah Jameson now talking to a bunch of bounty hunters. So do we go back to Spider-Man? Do we go back to Spider-Man and Norman Osborn in the lab? Do we transition to Uncle Ben looking for Spider-Man? What do we want to do with this next page? A guy called Drom, the Backwards Man. Oh, good lord. I don't need a comical scene with Jameson talking to all those bounty hunters. I just want them all in there. I want to show what everybody's doing as we're setting up this new issue. Spider-Man is right again. Spider-Man's out of commission. Nobody's perfect, Twinkle Toes. I am called Iron Fist. For which reason should be obvious. Because I jerk off till my hands are fucking broken. Oh god, Drom the Backwards Man. I wanted to find a place we could talk undisturbed, so I took him to the construction site where they're building Battery Park City. Ah, that's where my dad worked. Oh, that's so cool. They're building this place where my dad ended up working. And they're about to get attacked by a big fucking stupid looking. Is that the Sandman? Or is this Drom the Backwards Man causing some fucking havoc? This is stupid. I don't like when you don't have continuing storylines because it's just basically the throwaway villain and the next throwaway villain. This big stupid German idiot turned to fucking dust. Do we want to pull somebody out like instead of Basilisk or Acrylic the Cruel? We can throw this German idiot in there. I beg your forgiveness, Spider-Man. I forget myself at times, my most affliction. What does he say? My entire life has been, how do you put it, a record played backwards. A victim, a freak of time. For I was born an old man. Oh, this guy's a Benjamin Button. A Benjamin Button. Drum the backwards man. All right, pull somebody. This guy's so cheesy, he has to go in here. All right, get rid of Acrylic the fuck. No, get rid of Basilisk. Drum the backwards man. Get rid of Basilisk. Or is it Acrylic the Cruel we want to get rid of? Fuck, we already got rid of Basilisk. Drum the backwards man. 45 years, I've lived my life in seclusion, existing in reverse. This guy's a Benjamin Butt. We can't really steal the Benjamin Butt, but he wants to, well, I guess, pull the steal Spider-Man's body. We've already done the whole Spider-Man's body, his essence. So we can't be using that again. So Spider-Man frees the fucking Iron Fist. This art is not good. His body appeared like a bad picture in a TV tube. So now he turns into a little kid and dies. Ay, ay, ay. They Benjamin Button this before Benjamin Button ever came out. This is 1975. Ugh. So Peter gets home. What I like is his apartment's still empty. Last moment the memory's gone, gone, forgotten, as the man who inspired it, Drom. Living in the past. The Human Torch and the Son of Satan team up on a blockbuster called You Fuckers. This is another motherfucking Torch throwaway issue. Why don't you just make the stupid fucking Human Torch? Let's go through it fast. This aggravates me. This is a fucking Spider-Man title. They pitched this as a fucking Spider-Man title. The Baxter Building, New Year's Eve, 1974. So we're coming into 75. I've seen some strange things in my life. That stuff out in the desert last week. See, again, Marvel 2-in-1. So they were trying to push. See, the thing, they give him his own little fucking title there, where they'd have two titles in a row, and they end up trying to throw the torch over there. They kept trying to make the torch happy. He's like fucking Taylor Howard, Taylor Lautner. Bozo on top of the world, right? The Miracle Man showing up with that wild plan to make himself top bozo of the world. I'm almost all caught up here with Sue back. Yeah, I'm almost all caught up with my Fantastic Four comics. I might just read a year ahead just to stay on top of it. They've got nothing to do with our story. After that last adventure with Wyatt, we left in one of our special communicators. A gizmo redesigned to operate. See, the idea is that this makes no fucking sense if you don't read the Fantastic Four. We got a bunch of evil shit here. Wyatt, he's my boy, a plucky little Indian. Watch him smash the nice new toy. Bang. What the hell's going on? Wyatt? So where they find Wyatt in some crazy, crazy, mean, scary dimension. So now he's like, all right, it'll save Wyatt Wingfoot. Wyatt Wingfoot's trapped in a fucking weird dimension. Ben's upset. Why is he upset? Gateway University? St. Louis Gateway University. What in the motherfucker is going on? Son of Satan. I may be overworked imagination, Damon, but it does seem like you had more cases of occult incidents. All right, so they're throwing a Son of Satan during the Middle Ages. Damien Hellstrom. My name's Johnny Storm, one of the Fantastic Four. You may not believe this. Take a seat, Mr. Storm. Tell us about it. So he's got his friend trapped in the Marvel spotlight. Why, Damon? We've worked together before. Why does this time have to be different? I'll help you, Storm. Kathy, you stay here. Because this tank is the most dangerous of all. Damien Hellstrom. A Union born in hell. The two men step from the nearly deserted administration building. One man stops, and with a nod at his companion, lets his hands in an arcane gesture. Almost immediately, the man's hands begin to glow with an inner heat. The tips turn a smoldering brick red, the palms begin to smoke, and like a fever sweeping a healthy body, the flames seem to consume the red-haired man's sparse form, billowing until the human known as Damon Hellstrom vanishes in a column of fire. And he becomes the son of Satan. Oh, good lord. What in the living balls of fuck am I looking at here? They're in the Fantastic Four. They're going out to this Kansas fucking ranch reservation. Soon it's over a reservation in Oklahoma where what's his face lives, good old Wyatt Wingfoot. But Wingfoot's gone. He's turned into a fucking hellish, possessed demon looking to attack. This is the guy that used to bang She-Hulks. That was kind of cool. Damon Hellstrom. This is too fucking stupid. These fucking little team up setups. So they go, all the Indians are now fucking, now they're all stupid fucking zombies. Son of Satan takes up his stance, and the crowd of Indians. I did this in one of my fucking comic books, right? All the Indian zombies over at the, Standing Ridge. Wounded Knee. Wounded Knee. In Faro, Faro fights my Ghost Rider character in my comic book universe, and he resurrects all these dead Indian zombies. So I did this shit already. I can't do it again. And this isn't a Spider-Man fucking story. It's this fucking stupid Human Torch teaming up with the Son of Satan. Who I really didn't remember anything about this fucking dude. This dude ever have his own title in the Marvel Universe? That's what it is. He just doesn't like his dad. He's the Son of Satan. That's his superpowers. Does he have superpowers? By the seven circles, I will not be terrified. I'll kill you, Storm. Kill you, kill you. What am I doing? Why am I in this story? Everything blows up. All the Indians can't see. All the demons disappear. The sudden disillusion. Stranger, you have given us the gift of life. My grandfather speaks for both of us, friend. Good for him. Let him be white. I don't know why, but I don't think Hellstrom wants any company. Whatever is going through it must be hell. Ugh, that's so fucking stupid. Really. Nighthawk. That's what we're going to be doing next. Nighthawk and the fucking Meteor Man. We already used the Meteor Man, so we can't use him as a throwaway here because we beat the shit out of him in the AracKnight 1. So now we're going to come back here before we go to giant size. We're going to do the Cyclone. We got nothing out of those team up issues. Those were bad. Those were bad fucking issues. Bad stories, bad team ups. We got nothing to really use in those team up issues. I hate the team ups. We're going to be blowing through the fucking team ups. Again, the only thing it was good for was pulling a bunch of shitty villains for that fucking Empire Strikes Back bounty hunter scene, which I can have a lot of fun with art wise, which makes page 3 going to be a lot of fun. Doing homage to that scene. I fucking love that scene. I always wish that we could have done Shadows of the Empire in the Star Wars universe, where we could have seen a lot of the adventures of those fucking bounty hunters. You know, chasing after Luke, Leia, going after Boba Fett and Han, the frozen Han body. Shadows of the Empire should be the next Star Wars fucking movie, but they're too busy fucking up Star Wars. What can you do? We need another page, 6 more panels, art, dialogue, the whole bloody deal. So what are we doing after Jameson leaves that crew of bounty hunters? Are we staying with the bounty hunters for page 4? I kind of like leaving it there. No disintegrations. Like the tribute. We know what Jameson's up to. He's got a bunch of people going after Sandman and the Vulture. So now, should we catch up with Sandman and the Vulture? We could probably catch up with Sandman and the Vulture. Let's see what we get out of this issue here. Let's see what kind of inspiration we get from Amazing Spider-Man 143. What just happened here? The Cyclone. All right. Conway's the author, artist, Ross Andrew. All right, we get the better art team here. Christmas is come and gone, but winter is still with us. New York's old winters have always been this strange, and this year's no exception. It's almost New Year's Eve and it's raining. Oh, it's all the same time of year for everybody, right? In the Spider-Man universe. And the wind cries, Cyclone. He thinks he sees Gwen Stacy. The Gwen Stacy clone. So right now he's going a little bit fucking crazy. It's all Mysterio's fault, the illusion he created making me see my old enemies, forcing me to doubt my sanity. In all that introspection, see, I got the idea of watching all those villains together, crowding Spider-Man, reminded me of Empire Strikes Back. Thereby, you see how we go through the comic books, we mine them for ideas, and that's how we craft our pages. Destroy me. She's dead. That's the end of it. Nothing can bring her back. Nothing. Nobody's home. Ever since Mysterio went off to jail this week, I've had the feeling J. Jonah Jameson knew more about what happened than he let on. So Peter knows that Jameson is trying to have him again, which we played into our story. Jonah's secretary tells Spider-Man, but she'll probably tell Peter Parker. After all, Betty and I used to go together. Ooh, Peter still wants a little Betty action. He's in Europe, Peter. Something came up. He had to leave quickly. All right, so somebody is blackmailing J. Jonah Jameson or has kidnapped J. Jonah Jameson. And now Peter's got to go with Robbie Robertson here, and they've got to go off to Paris. I'm afraid things are more serious than I led you to believe. I've been working for a long time for Jameson, since when you were in high school. Longer than I have. Incredible as it seems to me. What do you make of this? I received it last night. Come to Paris immediately. Bring $1 million, negotiable bonds. I like it. It's more than 10 words. You know, the rate goes up. So now Peter, hey pal, long time no Flash and Liz going out on a date. I haven't seen you since we found your new apartment. Why don't you both come over some coffee some night? Say next Monday. Peter goes to see Professor Warren. Now again, we can bring Professor Warren into our storyline too, because this guy's the jackal. I'll request a leave of absence from the dean. He's off to Paris, Kennedy Airport. What we got here? But that was in the era of cheap fuel when airline costs were almost negligible. When the vast middle class of America traveled to friendly skies as an earlier generation traveled to friendly rails. Look at that. And he gives Mary Jane a big, fat, juicy kiss, which shows Peter and Mary Jane are now a thing. Oh, yeah, rock and roll. I like it. Peter gets on a plane. The plane takes off to Paris. Peter is thinking about fucking Mary Jane. Some odd 20 odd hours later, after Peter and Mary Jane have bid farewell, an incongruous red and blue costume carrier, Caperer, makes his web-slinging way past the Palais des Chalets in Paris. The Eiffel Tower. All my life I've wanted to see Paris, and I'm playing Superhero in the City of Lights just 3 days after Christmas. Thermal underwear. France is cold. It's New Year's Eve, Christmas time. He's following Robbie Robertson. He's taking some fucking pictures. And there we have the ransom. Robbie's about to be attacked. Spider-Man jumps in. Fucks some shit up. These guys all work for the Cyclone. He's dropping fucking heads. He's dropping fucking fearsomes. Only the Cyclone himself can move so fast. We must. Customs was a breeze. Robbie got permission somehow to bring Jonah's stocks into the country. Saint-Germain. That settles that. Stay here. I'll be back when I can. Peter, of course, gets the thing across the Seine River, right past the Cathedral of Notre Dame, in the Ile de la Cite, in the island in the river, the size of Welfare Island in Manhattan, hooked around the Place de Vendôme. So you're just letting, right now, fucking Ross Andrews just having a good time flying fucking Paris. Just showing Spider-Man swinging around the city. By that time, I was getting to get suspicious. Robbie's cab had made almost a complete circuit of Paris, swinging north, then west, then south. That's basically Spider-Man's just leaping around fucking the skyline of Paris, saving Robbie's life, taking him upstairs. He gets attacked by the fucking Cyclone. You Americans! You can never keep from interfering in matters which do not concern you. If it is not politics, it is war. If it is not war, it is crime. Always you interfere. This time you have encountered the cyclone. So this could all play in. We could just literally have the Vulture and the fucking Sandman show up and just fuck them all up. $1 million is not paid to me within 24 hours. Both men will die. And perhaps when they are dead, American interloper, I will next come after you. Interesting. For this, I gave up biochemistry class. I like it. If you read no other Spider-Man story in 1975, be certain to read this one, a tale so incredible, it can only be called the Delusion Conspiracy. Who says this ain't the Marvel Renaissance? Look at that shit. And if you go into this next issue, this is when the clone of Gwen Stacy shows up. That's her sexy looking calf. So we're in May here, and we're in May here. We're in April here. Did we get anything we can use in that issue? Are we jumping out to Spider-Man with Norman? Do we have the Sandman and the Vulture going to another hideout? Obviously, Norman's blown up their other hideout. You got to set up our players now for the action in this issue. Do we have Sandman and Vulture regrouping with a third member with an Electro? Do we have Spider-Man looking upon the living brain? So many things to do here. But I'm not getting anything right now. I didn't get anything out of that Cyclone issue. Obviously, it's going to be a two-parter. Spider-Man's going to have to beat the shit out of the Cyclone and then get back in time to see Gwen Stacy. Is that what we're doing there? So we didn't get anything out of that. Let's see what we can get out of the giant-sized Spider-Man, which features Spider-Man teaming up with the Punisher. Let's get some more sativa in us. All right. So the scenes of this day. Getting so a guy can't put on his costume anymore. Got a girl about to be kidnapped by some crazy guys in some weird masks. Some things just aren't very funny. And one of those is kidnapping. Holy crowdy crub, it's Spider-Man. Leaping into action. And oh, Spider-Man's fighting criminals. We got a guy right there on the porch with his sniper. Now remember, we retconned our story. So in chapter 4 of the AracKnight, it's Frank Castle is the sniper, the sharpshooter who saves Spider-Man's life by picking off by picking off Dr. O, the living brain. Okay, that's where I was going. So we love this shot. Now Frank Castle is in our story. He works with Commissioner Stacy. We haven't killed his family yet. We just have him as an Easter egg. Him and Gene DeWolf are the two cops that work alongside Commissioner Stacy. Now again, we can have Commissioner Stacy and a quick interaction between Uncle Ben and Commissioner Stacy looking for Peter. We have them going into that round. We could have a mention here of Jameson saying, "Where's the photographer?" But we've done that already in the last issue. They're not worried about Peter right now. So it boils down to where are we jumping? Where are we transitioning on page 4? I like leaving no disintegration. That's a great transition out of that scene. You don't need anything else there. So again, this is either going back to Peter and Norman, or it's looking like we are so far, or we do something with Sandman and Vulture. Are Sandman and Vulture eluding the cops? Are they inside the catacombs of the city? Are they hiding in the silo? Do we go to the silo? Is the vulture in his silo? Hmm. Norman Osborn is alive. Who the hell was that? Norman Osborn. The son of a bitch is alive, which means he has the doctor. All right. So Vulture and Sandman. I feel like we need a Vulture and Sandman transition here. I feel like that's where we're going. Page 5, we catch back up with Peter and Norman. It's too quick. You don't go from page 2 right to jump to page, unless you do. There's no rule that says we do or we don't. Let's continue on and see what we feel. Punisher is picking off motherfuckers. So there were three. So there were four of these clowns. One of them was sneaking up on me with a gun. It looks like I got myself a guardian angel. Now the Punisher killed these guys, right? These guys are fucking dead, right? Click, rifle shot. All right, that guy's dead. Looks like I got myself a guardian angel, a regular Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon was a thing in 1975. Came from that building across the street, but now there's no one there. The girl is happy. Then she passes out. Spider-Man brings her home. The cops, of course, blame Spider-Man. Do we show the Vulture and the Sandman getting away? When we left off, at the end of the AracKnight Returns, Chapter 1, Spider-Man was saved. There was explosions. We thought it was the cops, but it turned out it was Sandman and the Vulture. Okay. We cut to an overview of police, copters, and dirigibles. Copters, flight bikes, and dirigibles flashing large spotlights all over the skyline of Empire City as they search for the Sandman and the Vulture. Caption over panel reads, "Meanwhile, as the fuzz flash meanwhile, as the fuzz flash all over the city, as the fuzz flash all throughout the city, meanwhile, as the fuzz flash all throughout the city, there is still no sign of the deadly duo." Nah, we gotta give him a better tag team than that. Meanwhile, as the fuzz flash all throughout the city, as fuzz flashes, as the fuzz flashes bathe, as the fuzz flashes, as the fuzz flash bathe the city, bathe the sky. Meanwhile, as the fuzz flash bathe the sky, there is still no sign of the deadly duo. Enough with you. Fucking happy. That's why I get out of these fucking group text messages. Meanwhile, as the fuzz flash bathed the sky, there is still no sign As the fuzz flash bathed the sky, there is still no sign of the Sandman or the Vulture. Meanwhile, as the fuzz flash bathed the sky, there is still no sign of the Sandman or the Vulture. I like that. And you have fun with dialogue. Meanwhile, I just love that meanwhile. It just takes me right back to Super Friends. And I'll always say it. Always be a part of my fucking comic books. Closing into the edge of all the spotlights and chaos, we see a small silo. Closing into the edge of all the spotlights and chaos, we see a small silo. At the absolute edge, closing into the edge of the city, we see a small silo, avoiding any of the light. Closing into the edge of the city, we see a small silo, avoiding any of the light from the vehicles patrolling the sky. Okay, so Sam is a. What the hell happened back there? What the hell happened back there? That sure as hell. What the hell happened back there? That sure as shit wasn't the cops. That sure as shit wasn't the cops who busted in. What the hell happened back there? That sure as shit wasn't the cops who busted in. Vulture. It was him. Osborne. He's alive. I don't think it was him. Osborne's alive. Osborne. He's alive. What the hell happened back there? That sure as shit wasn't the cops who busted in. Osborne. He's alive. So they have to make their plan while Norman's making his plan with Peter, while Jameson's got his bounty hunters coming in. Got to all come crashing together. What the hell happened back there? That sure as shit wasn't the cops who busted in. Does he call them the cops or was the fuzz? That sure as shit wasn't the cops who busted in. Osborne. He's alive. Panning into the dark silo. In between flashes of light from the outside, we see the vulture perched in the center of the flashing lights. Its wings fold around him, protecting him from the light, almost like Dr. O's arms. The wings are mechanical, are steam punk mechanical, but alive. See him thinking and meditating. He's alive, Osborne. He's alive. Underneath the perching vulture, we see a morphing blob. We see a morphing blob, which we know is the Sandman, struggling to stay solid in solid form. I like that. See how we're crafting. See how we're crafting and framing. How do you know? Paranoid. You're paranoid, Volgi. You're paranoid, Toom. You're paranoid, Adrian. The doc, the doc took out this. You're paranoid, Adrian. The doc took out that cackling bastard. You're paranoid, Adrian. The doc took out that cackling bastard. I'd know his scent anywhere. The stench. I'd know his scent anywhere. Stench of death. The stench of death surrounds him. The stench of death surrounds him, protects him, cloaks him. I know his scent anywhere. The stench of death surrounds him, cloaks him like a shield. Looks like we know who has the doctor. We know who has the doctor. Is that what we want to do there? We see him thinking and meditating. You're paranoid, Adrian. The doc took out that cackling bastard. I know his scent anywhere. The stench of death surrounds him, cloaks him like a shield. Now we have a new agenda. He's the one. He's the one who has the doctor. You're paranoid, Adrian. The doc took out that cackling bastard. I know his scent anywhere. The stench of death surrounds him, cloaks him like a shield. He is the one who has the doctor, which means he has the leverage. Then why did he come after us? Then why did he? Then why did he come after us? Then why did he come after us? And how come he doesn't finish? How come he didn't finish the job? I like that. Sandman's asking questions, Vulture's meditating. I'd know he's sent anywhere. The stench of death surrounds him, cloaks him like a shield. He is the one who has the doctor, which means he has the leverage. Then why did he come after us? And how come he didn't finish the job? Then why did he come after us? And how come he didn't finish the job? And how come I can't stay the fuck together? And how come I can't stay the fuck in one piece? And how come I can't stay the fuck in one piece? The moisture in this fucking place. The moisture in this fucking thing. The moisture in this fucking tomb. I like that. Then why did he come after us? How come he didn't finish the job? And how come I can't stay the how come I can't stay the fucking one piece? The moisture in this fucking tomb. I get. So now we got 3 panels left here. What we have is the spotlights, the silos. We can add another panel here possibly. We want to know what else we're doing here. Then why did he come after us? And how come he didn't finish the job? How come I can't stay the fucking one piece? The moisture in this fucking tomb. What is the Vulture doing while he's talking to the Sandman here? He can't just be talking to them. There's always got to be an action. You never want to say close up on the Vulture unless it's really important or it's just you need it for the shot. You don't just always want to do exposition dumps as well. All right, let's continue on our story and see what we got here. What do we got? What do we got? Hello. All right, so Spider-Man ducks out. You can play Mickey Mouse in your time, not mine. Cops want to talk to Spider-Man. He gets the hell out of here. Punisher is putting some shit into his war journal entry. Number 342. Following up on the information I received last night, I encountered the enemy today on Eli Avenue in Long Island City. Spider-Man was also present, but remains unaware that his life was saved through my intercession. The intercession of the Punisher. I would love to write a Punisher story. I would love to have Quentin Tarantino make a fucking Punisher movie. Just really throw out all the fucking stops and just do the most goriest fucking shoot 'em up movie, guns, everything ever. Journal entry number 343. According to the security devices I installed when I took over this abandoned power installation, the base location is secure. Until further notice, hereafter all journal entries will be filed directly. So, what we can have here, so now that we're looking at the Punisher, and we're bringing him in, we have to bring him into the story like he teams up with Spider-Man. And if anything, we have to involve we can involve these 13 guys that are coming in here, these bounty hunters, where it's just a fucking battle royal. Like it's just a battle royal in this issue. Where in the end, all these bad guys looking for the reward are taken out, and maybe Frank Castle is the one who helps Spider-Man take out the Vulture and the Sandman. Fucking Norman Osborn can get the fuck away. Like, do some Doctor Doom shit. So Frank Castle could be the one who takes him in, who brings him in, and in retaliation, they kill his family. They can kill Commissioner fucking Stacy. They can kill Jean DeWolf. Like, just when Spider-Man thinks he has everything won, or they take out Norman Osborn, or they take out the fucking Sandman and the Vulture, something big happens. You can have that Dark Knight fucking scene where you think like Rachel Dawes and fucking Harvey Dent that they saved the day, they captured the Joker, they did all this crazy shit. But then when Harvey Dent and fucking Rachel Dawes get in the car, the mobsters capture him. Like you think it's a happy ending, but it's not. The idea is it has to end with Frank Castle's family being killed and him surviving the assassination attempt. We can kill the commissioner. We can kill Jean DeWolf. It can all be done. It can all be fucking crazy. So because we're looking at the Punisher here, and we have him in our story. He is in our universe. He is basically the sharpshooter, the sniper that works alongside Commissioner Stacy. He is in our storyline. He is in this AracKnight universe. So can we utilize him on these pages? Do we get him more involved in the storyline? Does he collect the reward for taking out the Sandman and the Vulture? Like the Sandman could just he could be in that suit and just run out of fucking energy, or the fucking Punisher could figure it out with the fucking moisture, or suck him in with a fucking vacuum cleaner. Or Punisher could fucking take out Vulture. Commissioner could get fucked up in this, and Castle could save the day. So Spider-Man tracks the Punisher down to his van. He called me a comic crook, remember? What's the point, Punisher? My guess is completely wild. You're on that rooftop for a purpose. Which probably has something to do with this fancy junior pentagon you got going down by just blowing wind. You guessed correctly, Spider-Man. I received a tip that a kidnap team would be operating tonight, and I was planning on following them until you butted in. You've seen this? Biochemical product, toxic gas. Experimental gas. This is top secret government property, isn't it? So we can have something with Mysterio here gassing the town. We can even have these two saying, should we bring in Beck? It's time to gas it's time to gas the city. All right, see, we read the stories, it gives us idea. It's a commercial product for sale. Anyone can meet the dealer's price. You're kidding. I wish I were. Look up there, Spider-Man. Watch. That girl you helped tonight was only the latest in a long line of kidnap victims. Here are the others in silent films taken almost a month ago. In the jungle. South American jungle, I don't know what country. As you can see, the soldiers don't wear clearly identifiable uniforms. Part of an experiment, sir. Our government doesn't believe in testing biological weapons on human beings. But other governments have a somewhat less moral point of view. Oh, shit. Didn't you see there was a kid there, a woman, and both of them died? Put your hand off me, Punisher. You're as bad as they are. You would have let them kidnap that girl. You would have. You're just like them. All right, so Punisher shoots him. He doesn't realize, Spider-Man doesn't realize the things that he has to do. I believe I will find the leader of the enemy forces here. Here at the offices of Deterrence Research Corporation. Spider-Man, he tranked him, put a homing device on him. A man by the name of Moses Magnum. I like this. He's supposed to be like the Black Tony Stark. To facilitate finding the enemy, I have provided Spider-Man with a special homing device. Previous to the evening, I planted a transmitter on the president of DTC. I like it. Punisher leaps through the fucking window. I like that crazy shit. Comes crashing through the fucking glass door. He pulls out the fucking guns. He's shooting everybody. They were dead before their guns started firing. Ordinarily, I don't like using shotguns, but sometimes they're more practical than subtler weapons. I'd shot the lock off the stair while I was about to proceed, when I remembered the building's alarm system. Stupid! I must be getting tired. No, that's no excuse. I've been awake for 36 hours. So Punisher's just fucking people up. Spider-Man's running up the walls, fucking Batman and Robin style. What is this? The Spider-Mobile at the Hudson River he mentions. Right, the Spider Sense. See, what you can have here, I gotta work in, I need a Spider-Mobile chase in this fucking story somewhere. There's gotta be a scene where Spider-Man, I mean, Norman can get away. Norman can be left for dead. We can have Norman fake his death again at the end of this issue. And Spider-Man, I'm trying to figure out where to go with the story. I wanted to keep it interesting, but I also wanted to maybe turn up the idea of Spider-Man using some of the mentorship that he receives in this issue from Norman Osborn and kind of almost using it to turn evil a little to convince the Vulture and the Sandman to kill each other. Thought maybe of changing it up a little bit. It all really boils down to what happens when we go through these stories. So Spider-Man jumps on in on Moses Magnum, who's having a secret fucking meeting with all his sheiks that want to do fucking trafficking and fucking drugs and chicks and all sorts of crazy fucking stupid psycho shit. Punisher's got to fuck everybody up. He's got to take out Moses Magnum. We got some crazy fucking thug shit going on here. The benefits of man of my international status, I assure you. Moses Magnum travels in style. Look at this cool ass ship. Everything is proceeding according to plan. They throw Spider-Man off the fucking ship. Death camp at the edge of the world. That's what he wanted. He knew they would throw Spider-Man. They used Spider-Man as bait. Spider-Man gets dropped off on the fucking drug island where they're testing on everybody. They're using them all as fucking drug mules. Moses Magnum wants to see us. And Spider-Man's beating the shit out of his thugs. Does your mother know what you do for a living? Ah, Spider-Man, I hope you found my hospitality congenial. And you'll join me in a glass of champagne. You try my patience. Not some common criminal. As for you, oh shit. Take a long look, man. I hope it does you some good. Yeah, we know it doesn't look like Peter Parker, which raises the question, who is this guy? Is this Peter using a fucking mask? My Walker, someday at my leisure, I'll compare this photo with the employee records of every major company in Manhattan. Was. My dear young man, the moment you first involved yourself in Moses Magnum, you were dead. All that remains is the burial. So they beat up Spider-Man. Of course, he was wearing some crazy fucking makeup. Plastic moldings the Punisher gave him. He comes in. The Punisher sneaks in. This was all a plan to go undercover. All right, so is that the thing? Is Peter going to stay working for Norman to bring the cops in? And it's almost like Norman's going to save Peter so many times that when the cops do finally surround him, he almost doesn't want to turn Norman in. We need the psychological, we need this almost friendship to build between them. Well, the situation is desperate. Oh, he didn't know the Punisher was coming for him. I did some research on Moses. He was born in Ethiopia, 15 years before Mussolini's invasion. At the time, he became fascinated with weapons and joined Mussolini against his own people. As I planned, I followed Spider-Man to Magnum's South American death camp via the tracing device sewed into the Wallcrawler's costume. Operation Decoy was at an end. So what we need here is we need the Vulture and the Sandman to plan their mission. And maybe we somehow start to get Frank Castle involved. So Spider-Man and just Punisher are fucking up this fucking camp where they got all these evil bio fucking chemical drugs. The Sanctum Sanctorum. Good old Moses Magnum. Was this the first issue where Moses Magnum fucking was introduced, or was he around already? He does a backbreaker to Spider. This guy don't fuck around. He doesn't even scare of Spider-Man. He's throwing shit at him. He's breaking his fucking back. Then fucking Punisher comes in, shoots a little fucking coil. They trap him in there. Oh, look at this shit. Moses Magnum is dead. He died as his victims died. Perhaps his death will allow them to rest more easily. At any rate, Moses Magnum is dead. That's a certainty. Holy shit. Okay, so much for Moses Magnum. By morning, Spider-Man and I had contacted the local authorities as well as the United Nations and placed the matter of returning the kidnapped victims to their homes in their hands. We watched as Magnum's hovercopters lifted into the dawn sky, and for the time, at least I felt as though a terrible weight had been lifted from my shoulders. Oh, I like that. The hovercopters. Wait. Hovercopters. Of police hovercopter. Of the giant police hovercopter. Smaller flight bikes and dirigibles. We love dirigibles. See, we got the hovercopter from this one. The moisture in his fucking tomb. I just want to know what is he doing here? Then why didn't he come after us? Then why did he come after us? How come he didn't finish the job? And how come I can't stay to fucking one piece? The moisture in this fucking tomb. The vulture leaps down from his perch, almost landing in the middle of the puddle that is the Sandman. I don't like that leaping down from his perch. The moisture in this fucking tomb. Close up on the sinister grin of the vulture as he contemplates his next move. The vulture. He didn't kill us because he needs something. He didn't kill us because he needs something. But he won't. He won't give up his treasure. But he won't give up his treasure, and neither will we. He didn't kill us because he needs something. But he won't give up his treasure, but he won't give up his bounty, and neither will we. Now, that's cheesy. He didn't give us up. He didn't kill us because he needs something. Each player Each player has their cards, and neither. Each player has their cards, and neither wants to play. Sandman. So what's the answer? Contact Beck. Have him come down and gas the whole city. Have him come down. So what's the answer? Do we contact Beck? Have him come down? Gas the whole fucking city? Gas the whole fucking city? So what's the answer? Do we contact Beck? Have him come down? Gas the whole fucking city? I like that. Like the Sandman's the tough guy. He's the mobster, you know? Vulture's the thinker, you know? He didn't kill us because he needs something. Each player has their cards and neither wants to play. You can't say player and play. Each player has their cards. Each con. Each con has their cards and neither wants to play. So what's the answer? So we contact Beck, have him come down, gas the whole fucking city. So what's the answer? We contact Beck, have him come down, gas the whole fucking city. Not yet. Not yet. So what's the answer? We contact Beck, have him come down, gas the whole fucking city. Not yet. We have to put aside. We have to put aside our grudge. We have to put aside our grudges and meet his price. We have to put aside our grudges and meet his price. He has the doctor. He has the boy. Not yet. We have to put aside our grudges and meet his price. We have to put aside our grudges and meet his price. Believe once we have the doctor, all will come to grasp. So what's the answer? Do we contact Beck, have him come down, gas the whole fucking city? Not yet. We have to put aside our grudges and meet his price. I believe once we have the doctor, all will come to grasp. So we should cut here. Unless you want to do more with the vulture and the Sandman here, all will come to grasp. We know what their agenda is. They don't have any other hidden agendas. They got away. They're hiding in a fucking silo. All will come to grasp. We show the doctor in the tank. We got 2 panels left here. How do we want to close this page? I have my own transportation, but that's how I followed you. Say, I have a meeting asked. Didn't you hear me warn about Magnum's gas cylinder? Of course. You shot it anyway, knowing what would happen. The Punisher simply smiles, and suddenly Spider-Man knows. He doesn't want an answer after all. Fini! Which brings us to giant-sized Spider-Man and the Man-Thing. The day you defy the lizard webhead is the day you die. This was the last giant-sized Spider-Man. Should we just do it? Should we use this one? Is this the one we want to use? Should we just say fuck it? Just say fuck it. We got 2 more panels to go. We got to figure out where to go. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. We got the lizard. All will come to grasp. So what do we do here with the vulture? Close up on the sinister grin of the vulture as he contemplates his next move. We cut away from the close up of the vulture to almost morph to a close up of the lizard, who is almost who is looking peaceful. Once we have the doctor, we should show the doctor next, or show the lizard. Now, close up of the doctor. He's talking about the doctor of the living brain, aka Dr. O, floating and gestating in his chamber, animated yet reserved, as Peter looks on, still somewhat shaky from having just been released from his own back to prison. While Norman continues preaching, Peter looks upon the Bacta tank holding the lizard. While looking peaceful, Peter almost catches the lizard's eyes opening like he is watching Peter or sleeping with his eyes open, like reptiles often do. Now, I need dialogue here, but rather than tear into Amazing Spider-Man or team up again, I'm going to keep them along the same lines of their months. Right? We have May and May. So we're lined up perfectly. May and May. So we're going to go here to get those last two lines of dialogue. Plus, this is the last giant-sized Spider-Man. And the next time they attempt to try and do a third Spider-Man title, they just give him another regular title, which is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Plus, we're talking about the Lizard. Might as well finish it up here with the team up, the giant-sized man thing. And it definitely has its double entendre when you're saying giant-sized man thing on the cover of a fucking comic book. And I always love when they draw the city. Oh, I love when they draw the city when he's swinging around for Aunt May. We need two more lines of dialogue here. We've got the art laid out. We have Peter. We have transitioned out of. What's the answer? Do we contact Beck? Have him come down, gas the whole fucking city? Not yet. We'll have to put aside our grudges and meet his price. I believe once we have the doctor, all will come to grasp. We cut away from the close-up of the living brain, a close-up of the vulture, to morph and blend the shot into a close-up of the living brain, aka Dr. O, his own back to prison. Okay. All will come to grasp. Peter could be saying to him, "What have you done to you, Norman? How is he still alive?" Hatred can be a powerful agent. Hatred can be a powerful agent, Peter. The same venom that runs through your veins. The same venom that runs through your veins runs his brains. The same venom that runs through your veins that runs through your veins courses through his brain. Hatred can be a powerful agent, Peter, and the same venom that runs through your veins courses through his brain. He is kept alive by the marriage, of magic and science. No, it's cheesy. Hatred can be a powerful agent, Peter, and the same venom that runs through your veins courses through his brain. He is kept alive with a marriage of science and nature. I'm sure he has you to thank. I'm sure he has you to thank for his evolution, Hatred can be a powerful agent, Peter, and the same venom that runs through your veins courses through his brain. He is kept alive by the marriage of science and nature, and I'm sure he has you to thank for his evolution. I have been working on adapting. I have been working on adapting a voice box. Hatred can be a powerful agent, Peter, and the same venom that runs through your veins courses through his brain. He is kept alive by the marriage of science and nature, and I'm sure he has you to thank for his evolution. I have been working on adapting a voice box. I am often afraid. I am often afraid of what he will say. But I am often afraid of what he will say after being pent up for so long. Perhaps when the war, when our war, perhaps when the war is over, perhaps when the war is over, we can. And then Peter's going to cut him right off. We can nothing, Norman. We can nothing, Norman. We can nothing, Norman. That's stupid. Give me. Let's do the rest of this. What do you know? Fucking Spider-Man, the giant-sized fucking man thing. We're closing this out with this giant size because the lizard and the man thing is in here. We got the swamp fucking creature fucking people up all over the place. He looks like the swamp thing of Citrusville, Georgia, Florida. Experts in human biology, Professor Stephen Gruber and Dr. Howard Duck. Holy shit, they threw Howard the Duck in here? He convinces Jonah to send him down to Florida. The art here is not good. I'm not a fan of the art in these. Spider-Man. I guess Spider-Man spoke about you last time we met. Dr. Connors. Oh, yes, this is Dr. Connors. Who? Oh, yes, Peter Parker. Oh, yes, they met up a long time ago. So now he's got to go down there. The problem is, once he gets down there, go see the man thing. MJ. She's staying with me. Mary Jane. Oh, Mary Jane and Peter broke up, I guess, because Gwen Stacy shows up. Because this takes place in July, so we're a couple of months ahead of the main continuity here. But of course, he has to drop a fucking beaker and turn into the fucking lizard. His hot ass piece of ass wife and her little fucking short shorts answers the door. He comes through, fucking clotheslines are fucking full on Suplex City Brock Lesnar style. Now he's gonna wander around the fucking swamp with his usual agenda. He wants to turn all the fucking humans into fucking reptiles, reptile planet. We can have a reptile city. That's not bad with like sturgeon. So of course Peter's here. He's in town. He says, "Fuck me. I gotta go find the Connors." But holy shit, Gwen the clone. I just don't want to talk. I don't believe you, Gwen. Is it something I did, the way I've been behaving? So, of course, Gwen Stacy's still alive. They actually threw her into these giant sizes. These giant sizes were part of the main continuity. Price wage controls are not the way to return to our pre 1968 levels. Gwen Stacy in the fucking hizzle. The lurker in the swamps. So now we got the man thing here, the fucking man thing, and this is Professor Stephen Gruber. He's gonna kill himself because he's depressed. The man thing fucking merges with him. His bio. So you see how we keep coming up on a lot. We keep seeing that same word coming up over and over again. Biochemistry, biochemistry. We can what, Norman? Share a cup of coffee. Hate can be powerful. Perhaps when the war is over, we can. It's being pent up for so long. We can what, Norman? Share a cup of coffee and some blueprints. Rebuild the doctor. Rebuild the doctor is the ultimate science project. I'm not going to thank you for saving my life because I know you're just using me. Rebuild the doctor is the ultimate science project. We can what, Norman? Share a cup of coffee and some blueprints. Rebuild the doctor is the ultimate science project. I'm not going to thank you for saving my life because you're just using me. You're just using me to take out your trash. And I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised when you look for your moment. We can what, Norman? Share a cup of coffee and some blueprints? Rebuild the doctor is the ultimate science project? I'm not going to thank you for saving my life because you're just using me to take out your trash. I'm not going to thank you for saving my life because you're just using me to take out your trash. And I won't be surprised. Because you're just using me to take out your trash. And I won't be surprised when you look for your moment. And I won't be surprised when you look for your moment and sell me out. Sell me out to what? Sell me out to those two what? Sell me out to those two freaks? No, you wouldn't say freaks. Rebuild the doctor is the ultimate science project? I'm not going to thank you for saving my life because you're just using me to take out your trash. I won't be surprised when you look for your moment and sell me out just like you did to them. Because you're just using me to take out your trash. And I won't be surprised when you look for your moment and sell me out just like you did to them. Just like you did to them. And Peter will walk over, just like you did, just like you did to whatever this is. Another one of your another one of your successful creations. Just like you did to whatever this is. Another one of your successful creations. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? One last line, or maybe one more panel we'll throw in, depending. Because we got him in the case here, the silo. There's not a lot going on this page, okay? You have the copters and the police have a copter, which I like. You got him, you got the silo, still small, right? Stench of death. Plays his next move. Living brain, Dr. O floating and gesturing in his chamber. Animated yet reserved. All right, so we can go a little bit longer here. We can what, Norman? Share a cup of coffee and some blueprints? Rebuild the doctor as the ultimate science project? I'm not going to thank you for saving my life. Because because we both know, you're just using me to take out your trash. And I won't be surprised when you look for your moment and sell me out, just like you did to them. Just like you did to whatever this is. Another one of your successful creations? Very well, Peter. Temporary alliance. Eh, another one of your successful creations? Very well, Peter. A temporary alliance. One last fucking panel to do here, and this is done for the day, and I just can't figure out what to do here. I like him kind of striking back a little, just like you did to them. Just like you did to whatever this is. Another one of your successful creations? All right, you know what? Let's do another panel with this one. So let's add another panel. While looking peaceful, Peter almost catches the lizard's eyes opening, like he is watching Peter or sleeping with his eyes open. Just like he did to. Very well, Peter. A temporary alliance. One that begins. Another one of your successful creations. So you shouldn't answer him. He's not going to answer him by telling him, but so you say, very well, Peter. A temporary alliance. One that begins. One that begins with. Begins with what? One that begins with cynicism. One that begins with cynicism and ends with redemption. As for our friend, the lizard, he's a work in progress. I need a good end line here, okay? While looking peaceful, Peter almost catches the lizard's eyes opening, like he is watching Peter, or sleeping with his eyes open, loafing like reptiles often do. It's that sleek horror movie moment where the monster starts to awaken, jostled by Peter's presence. Very well, Peter. A temporary alliance, one that begins with cynicism and ends with redemption. As for our friend, the lizard, he's a work in progress. But then again, aren't we all? Now, if we're done, being dramatic, we can discuss your new arsenal. So Norman's going to outfit him. That's how we end this page. Norman is going to literally give him some new gear. And maybe he's going to use it to try and take over Peter's body. Maybe we'll think for a while that, oh, this is cool shit. But then after a while, he's literally just reading all of Peter's data, all his DNA. He's cloning him. Norman could be fucking cloning him by giving him a fucking suit. Or he was cloning him the whole fucking time. Because we're gumming up on the clone thing here. We can use the clone thing and almost use it and like pretend like we're about to do it for something and then just kill the fucking clone. You know how I feel about fucking clones. I hate clones. I hate the fucking changelings and the morphers. I hate those fucking things. You can't write them. There's too many holes. The chameleon, I based it in, he can only imitate what he touches. Like he's got it, like you saw how he did the scan when he was beating up on fucking Spider-Man and did the body scan. So I like this very well, Peter. A temporary alliance. One that begins with cynicism and ends with redemption. As for our friend, the lizard, he's a work in progress. But then again, aren't we all? Now, if we're done being dramatic, we can discuss your new arsenal. And that's how it ends. Page 3, page of 4. We are done. Let's finish up this fucking comic book. Let's get through the fucking giant-sized man thing that's torturing this poor bastard and fucking throwing alligators. It's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight between the giant-sized man thing and the lizard. We were able to end this thing. See, they even have a giant-sized man thing storyline. The man thing ran loose in New York City. So if we ever end up writing a story about the man thing, we get to fucking literally call the story Giant-Sized Man Thing. Spider-Man's looking around, and the lizard jumps him. As always, the lizard and fucking Spider-Man always fight well in Florida with the punches, with the shots, with the chokeholds, with the fucking hurricanrana. We got his piece-of-ass wife that we have to eventually bring things in, make her a Bond girl, give her a fucking hot-ass cover with the lizard, Linda Connors. We give her like a whole like fucking Liz Allen thing going on here. And then he strings him up, ready to crucify him. The fucking crazy professor is following through that shares a mental connection with the giant-sized man thing. The alligator and the fucking anaconda, they're all following the man thing. They're about to eat him alive. The fucking chick comes on down here. All these fucking crazy relatives. The man thing's about to go fucking toe-to-toe. He starts fighting Spider-Man because the lizard takes him over because the lizard can control, mentally, all the reptiles. And what we have here is the guy showing up. I love how fucking Connor's wife looks here. They drew her fucking looking like the hot piece of ass with the lycra shorts and the fucking spandex. What we have here is we finished our page assignment for the day. So we're just going to enjoy some of this old school 1970s art as we culminate to the end of the giant-sized Spider-Man series. Spider-Man's being covered in fucking snakes, Indiana Jones style. He's not battling the lizard in this one, at least not yet. They throw the fucking serum on his head as usual. His fucking scales go back. Everybody runs away. This crazy, ugly looking 70s child molester fucking professor. And we are at the end of Giant Size Spider Man. That is the end of class. We went a long time today, but we got our 2 pages. And I think these are 2 kick ass pages and a lot of fun. Peace, love, and war. All that shit in between. And always remember, yes, always brought to you by the new Pharaoh's Lounge Kickstarter.